You got a friend in me. Okay, I don't want to go down that line. So last night, my daughter and I caught Toy Story 5, which is just an ideal movie for Father's Day, right? It's a bonding movie, and I got to talk about it. So here's a review with spoilers ahead. Let you know now. You've been warned. Okay, so Toy Story 5. Did we need it? No. Was it good? Yes, it was actually a really engaging and fun movie, as you expected. It's a movie that pulls on the heartstrings, gets that nostalgia kicking, like everything that you want. It's heartwarming. And a lot of those movies are what you need now. As I said it before, did we need it? No. Essentially, the premise is really based around Bonnie and Bonnie trying to make friends, with the main theme being traditional toys versus tech. And kids and where they're at right now as far as that whole concept of playing with toys and playing with and each other and socializing, and how much technology really has taken that away from them. And that's true. I think technology has taken that away from everybody when it comes to socializing and making friends, but more so with kids. We've got so many kids that are iPad kids now, where parents are just throwing iPads in front of them and they're out of their way. I've never been a fan of that. That was never my route. Um, it's an easy go-to, sure, but it does really take away from social aspects. And the movie explores that. The movie really touches on the fact that Bonnie is still one of those kids that loves to play, still loves imagination, still loves that aspect, versus everybody around her who doesn't. They're relying on this. And then the implications of it regarding trying to socialize through that. And then we dive into bullying, which bullying really affects kids of all ages and adults when it comes to social platforms, chat rooms, etc. It's such an easy way to be a keyboard warrior and attack somebody else. So that's one of our big themes. And who do we have leading the charge but Jessie herself, trying to help Bonnie really bond with not lose that social aspect. And she's battling the continuing times, what she's been through, PTSD. And then we've got our beloved remaining cast. Most of them are on the sidelines except for Woody and Buzz, who, I mean, the minute you see them back together, just melts your heart. And they really brought them together in a very cool way. Now, I will say, I think one of the biggest downfalls of this movie is the fact that it feels like you just got dropped into the middle of something, like it's just rushed. There's no really steady buildup. You're just thrown into the whole thing, and it just keeps going. And I think the pacing is just what kind of throws you off. But that's a small feat. Um, I really, like I said, loved the story. I loved our actors. I loved the overall message. To be quite honest, it did take some turns that I wasn't expecting. There was a side story with about 50 freaking Buzz Lightyears. I was like, where the hell is this going? And then the way it played out was adorable. I loved it. It was cool, with a great finishing touch with them as well. Jessie really getting past her PTSD and learning that things need to change, along with the tech piece as well, learning that things aren't as crystal clear as it thought and maybe needs to take some steps back as well. So the accommodation of one another and understanding one another was awesome all as well. Now, from that, one twist I was expecting that never happened. I don't know why. I really was thinking the movie's going to lead towards Jessie reuniting either with Emily, her original owner, or her daughter, especially after she found the lunchbox. I, in my head, given breadcrumbs that I've seen in recent interviews and stories, really believed that Taylor Swift would have been voicing either one of those characters, and that would have been her full circle moment, Jessie's. That didn't happen. We do get the great song. It's a great, phenomenal song by Taylor, but that was one aspect I really missed it. I really thought that was going to be our trajectory, and it wasn't it. And that would actually been really cool. I personally think that would have been a really cool twist as well. Whether they would have kept it or not, awesome. Or even more so, somehow ending up back with Andy and maybe Andy's kids. That was more of a stretch, but I really thought the Emily thing was going to land. It didn't. There were some really cute end credit scenes, and overall, like I said, it was a lot of fun. And there were some tear jerking moments. Really, when you see Woody and Buzz back together, it just comes back. For me, there was a moment with Buzz proposing to Jessie, which was adorable, and that's just the love, the romantic part in me that got to me. It wasn't as overwhelming as I was expecting, and a lot of people had said. Like again, really touching movie, but not overboard. Again, I don't think it was something that needed to be made. It I get we're continuing the Toy Story, and there's a lot of things that can continue from there, but we didn't need it. For the same thing wasn't needed, but great story. To me, number part three was the best of all of them. For one, is great for nostalgia, but number part three just and even Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear's own movie is very heavily underrated. I gotta watch it as well. Anyways, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I highly recommend watching it. Take your kids, take your boo, take whoever. It's great time. Hits you right here. If you've seen it, let me know down below. Till the next alert, my nerds. You got a friend in me as well.